Ladies and gentlemen, what is up and what's going down? How y'all doing today? Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Go and check this out right now. Listen to it. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh my goodness, did you guys hear that? They said my name in the intro. I'm so excited. I've never heard them say it before, but they said it now. We're going up against the Chicago Bulls, up against Magic Johnson, Dwayne Wade, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain. If you don't know who Wilt Chamberlain is, I'm going to put some knowledge up in your noggins right now as we speak. This man is a legend. If you don't know Mike Korzemba, M-I-K-E space K-O-R-Z-E-M-B-A, go subscribe to that man because he just recently made a video on Wilt Chamberlain and he basically told stories about how Wilt Chamberlain was not human. That dude does a lot of research on his videos. He's about to hit 1 million subscribers. And coming from me, it's not really a shout out, but if you're not subscribed already, go check him out. His videos are amazing. They are well thought out and well researched and well scripted, as you can tell in the way he talks. But great content either way. Go check him out and subscribe if you're not. Help him reach that goal of 1 million because that's really like every YouTuber's dream. So, yeah, it'd be much appreciated if you do. But as we speak right now, I'm going to say some stories that I know of Wilt Chamberlain and a couple that I got from him on that video. So, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do what we got to do. All right. So, Wilt Chamberlain, in his mid-40s, was still playing in the NBA. And a lot of people say that LeBron is the greatest basketball player of all time. Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson. But a lot of people don't give Wilt Chamberlain enough credit. The things he was doing back then could translate into the NBA today, except for the fact that he doesn't make free throws particularly too well, but he was a beast. Mid-40s in his NBA, and after his NBA career ended, he decided to take on a whole new sport, became a near professional at it, and that sport was volleyball, by the way, and he had the most deadliest spike in the game of volleyball. And in the 5 years that he played volleyball, he got inducted to the Volleyball International Hall of Fame. That's how good, that's how athletic Wilt Chamberlain was by the age of 50. By the age of 60, this guy was bench pressing 450 pounds. In his prime, he could bench press up to 600 pounds. Do you know how much that is? That's 2 Shaquille O'Neals. He could bench press 2 Shaquille O'Neals. Oh my goodness. This guy was also known to break up fights. When people on the opposing team would want to get into fights with other players on Wilt's team, he would say, actually, he would go up to them, he would pick them up with one hand and say, "We're not having this today." And everybody would say, "Yes, sir, Mr. Wilt," because they knew not to mess with Wilt Chamberlain and his teammates. That's how amazing, that's just how incredible, how tough, how much respect Wilt Chamberlain had on his name and his presence in the game of basketball. This guy was a beast. At 7 feet tall, he was running up and down the court faster than most NBA point guards in his day, in his era. He's a monster. Jim Brown, a professional NFL player, a Hall of Famer, a Hall of Fame running back nonetheless, a running back, got mad at Wilt Chamberlain while they were having an argument because Wilt Chamberlain said that he could beat him in a race. Jim Brown wasn't having it, and they raced. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, get back on that hype train. And they raced, and Jim Brown lost. Jim Brown got so mad that he said, "I'm racing you again, that was a fluke." And Wilt Chamberlain won again. That's just how fast this guy was. The things he did back in his day weren't seen before, and I don't think they'll be seen ever again, or at least for a very, very long time. So when you have the argument that Michael Jordan, LeBron James is the best player of all time, you gotta throw Wilt Chamberlain in that conversation. He scored 100 points in a game. His defense is underrated because whenever you talk about defense in that era, you talk about Bill Russell. But Wilt Chamberlain was a monster. He went up against a guy, I forgot his name, but that guy at that season averaged 30 points a game. And he went up to that guy right before the start of the game and he said, "You're not going to score a basket in the first half." And Wilt Chamberlain backed it up. He did not let that man score a basket. A 30 points per game player score a basket in the first half. And by halftime he said, "Sir, Mr. Whoever you are, now you can start playing. I'm allowing you to score some points." Wilt Chamberlain was a monster. He's a beast. So that's what I'm saying about Wilt. And then you got Dwayne Wade. You know his story. If you guys watch basketball in recent history, you know about him. You know about him pretty well. But also on this squad, you got Magic Johnson, Julius Erving. This guy, as a rookie, came into the league and he dominated straight off the bat. Right away, did everything he could. And boom, bada bing, bada boom, pow, holla. He won that championship for the Lakers. I think Kareem was the center at the time. I believe so, if I have my memory correct. But Magic Johnson filled in for Kareem because he was injured in the finals. And he said, you know what? I'm going to start at center at 6'8" and dominate the competition. That's what he did. He was a starting point guard. He did things that nobody saw on an NBA floor before his time, and even now people still try to copy him, but not to much avail. The closest I've seen to the passing that Magic Johnson was doing was Jason Williams, but Jason Williams was nowhere near as big and as strong and as talented and as good as Magic Johnson. Magic can dominate you just because of his size, but he didn't really rely on that. He relied on his skill and his craftiness. Magic Johnson is amazing. He is a threat at every level. He can shoot threes to a certain degree. He chooses not to. He mainly chooses to pass because that's what his gift is. But he can score. He had a hook shot. He had a jump shot. He could post you up and back you down, especially those 6-foot point guards back in his day. But this squad is literally the squad I think will take us out, and if we can pass them, then hopefully we can win a championship. This is the biggest threat we have at the moment, so let's see what we can do. Let's start talking about the game, because we've been a little bit too hyped and a little bit too much involved in history. So now let's get into the present and start talking about this squad right here, who's beating us 61-60 at the moment, and we make an error, a bad play, and they give it to Magic behind the back, and they try to lob it up to Dwayne Wade, but they couldn't get it to go. That would have given them a 3-point lead. And DePogi missing the shot, but Yao Ming on the putback. Oh, he's hyped. Look at that, number 11, dapping up everybody on the bench. That was a great play from Yao Ming. That was a miss from DePogi, but Yao Ming was able to make the most of it. How are y'all doing today? I'm having a great, fantastic day. This is the second time that I've tried to record this episode. So sorry if it seems a little bit inauthentic. I hope it doesn't seem that way, but I'm telling you right now, it is a good time to be in this world. It's a good time to be alive. It's 65-62. We're losing right now, and hopefully we can get a basket going. Why are we shooting a two-pointer? Good thing we get that rebound. Shoot that three. Ah! Shoot that three. Make it, baby. Make the three-pointer. David Zerbo, MVP. Knocking down the three-pointer in the corner. Hashtag bars. Hashtag bars. 0.3 seconds remaining if we can get a shot off. But no, sir. They don't pass it to Zerbo up in the corner again. And this time, Scottie Pippen makes the basket, but it's just a little bit too late. So we are going to overtime up against the Chicago Bulls. We fight back. We rally from taking an early lead in the first half, coming back in the second to tie the game at the last second. Literally at the last second with like 6 ticks on the clock remaining. And then now we're in overtime trying to get a victory, stealing it away from the Chicago Bulls in our own home court after all the things they've done to try to get a victory. It feels good. It feels really good. They miss a shot. Wilt could not get the rebound. DePogi in the right position, right place, right time. And bounce pass. An amazing bounce pass to Yao Ming. Knocking it down, giving us that 4-point lead. Magic in possession of the ball. Trying to get around John Wall. Hashtag bars. And he does. Double clutching in the air. Up and under. Yao Ming. We're saying that man's name a lot. And it's because he's trying to get involved in every play. And I like that. I like it a lot. Zerbo now. Dribbling. Getting a good screen. Pulling up from distance. Knocking down. Making that three-pointer. Woo! the real... They made the basket. I had no idea what I was going to say next, so I just tried transitioning as quickly as possible. But it seemed like I was off a little bit. My bad on that. And Scotty, why are you throwing the ball away? Scotty, don't do that. Magic, though. Magic. Trying to get the basket. Trying to cut it down to 3. And they got a foul because that is pretty much the game. They can't really do much anymore, so let's just skip ahead. 5 seconds remaining. 76-69 is the final score here in our first overtime in the playoffs. Here we go. We come away with a victory that I don't think we deserve. We made a great shot in the end. David Zerbo saving our skins. The player of the game, none other than David Zerbo, MVP of the league. All stats are doubled, so it's 52, 14, 10, 4, and 2. That's a triple-double right there. But Wilt Chamberlain, 24, 22, and 14, 4 and 4 as well to get his own triple-double. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next episode. 2K18 is just around the corner. Adios. Woohoo!